Hello, welcome to my channel, The Ascension Guide. I'm your guide, Joe Martin. Today's message from Archangel Ariah centers around kind of where we're going right now. As you know, if you've been following my channel at all or just paying attention to what's going on, you know that we're in the Ascension process, going from the 3D to the 5D, and many of us light workers are still stuck in a lot of the third dimensional responsibilities, obligations. And this makes it hard to, one, stay in a high vibration where we're supposed to be in order to, not only be at our best for the ascension process, but, we're not really helping anybody else when we're not operating at full capacity either. So it's kind of getting to that time where we got to start stepping into our truths and finding what gives us joy and start, and this is for the ones that it resonates for. Some people are happy with their jobs, some people are happy with their careers, but if you have felt the push, the need to find your true passion in life, now's the time to do it. And one of the messages that came through today was, if we're focused on the negative, your job that you hate or the future that you're unsure of or whatever, a lot of us are powerful manifestors. We just don't realize it because the only things that we manifest are negative. And I'm speaking for myself a lot here. So if we can manifest things in the negative, and we know that when we have these thoughts and then we're like, man, see, I told you that's what happened. That's what I said was going to happen, and it happened. And it's like, well, if you can do that for negative things, you can do that for positive things. So stop focusing on the negative right now because that's what you're going to get is more negative. So it's time to forgive yourself. It's time to forgive others. It's time to start focusing on the positive changes that you want to make in your life. It's time to start thinking about where you want to be, where you want to go, who you want to be in this new earth. And it's not easy, and it can be scary for a lot of people. I know people have bills, so they're afraid to speak their truth right now for fear of losing their job or fear of sounding crazy or whatever it may be. But the message is becoming more and more receptive by people as we continue through this process, and it's starting to not sound quite as crazy to as many people as it used to. But with that, just know that once you kind of just release control, like the way that they always show me is just, lay back in a river. Just they show me floating down a river just like this, and they say just go with it. Let whatever happens happens, and don't try to fight it. Don't try to swim upstream. Just go with it and trust that you're being guided. And I do. And I'm not just talking for somebody who's not going through this. Like, I just lost my job the other day and 3 coaching gigs that go with it. So but I could look at it from a failure standpoint, or that I lost this or whatever, but really I just have a optimistic outlook for the future. I know what's in store. I know that my angels are guiding me. I know that the future is definitely brighter than the past, especially if I focus on what I know that I see coming in the future. And I just have to trust and believe that, everything happens for a reason. And it's kind of, I feel like, especially with this shift from the 3rd dimension to the 5th dimension, there's this big moment that's going to happen in a lot of our lives where things are just kind of crumbling around us. And it's part of this old system that's just collapsing, and it's no longer serving, people the way that it was, well, I guess it's still serving people the way it was intended, but maybe not the way people thought it was intended. And people are becoming aware of that. They're realizing that there's more to life than being a slave, to your bills, and waking up every day to be miserable to go do something that you hate, just because you have bills to pay. And, there's a lot of people out there that are doing what they love, who have made the transition, made the switch to, being a spiritual coach, or doing Reiki, or becoming a yoga practitioner, teacher, whatever it is that, resonates with you. Now's the time to start. And I'm not saying that you need to go and throw away your career, or, get fired from your job and, kind of be in a situation, like I'm in right now. But, start on the side. Start building your business on the side so that you can eventually, transition to what really makes you happy in life. And, understand that when you do these things and you go through that, it's kind of similar to the caterpillar becoming a butterfly. Everything gets real dark in that cocoon, right? And, a lot of unknown, going through a lot of changes, and then all of a sudden it's a beautiful butterfly that comes out on the other side. And I feel like that's what a lot of us are going through right now, is kind of that, they call it a chrysalis phase. And, we are figuring out that we're about to be butterflies. And so just trust and believe. If you know that that's true and it resonates with you within your core, then it's time to step into that. It's time to speak your truth. It's time to stop being fearful. It's time to find the career and the lifestyle that gives you fire and passion and creativity and allows you to share that with others, because that's what the world needs right now. We don't need people creating more things necessarily. We need people, let me check that. We don't need people just creating consumer items. We need creativity in the world. We need people to be sparked. We need their souls to be on fire, that they love what they're doing, that they're radiating love and passion and joy. And then when they are, it's, that ripple effect. Because now when they come in contact with somebody else, people are going to see the passion and the joy on their face, and they're going to say, how do I get to that? That's where I want to be. And that's basically, the same thing that I went through. And it's like, I thought I wanted to be one place in this corporate world, in this 3D matrix at one time. And, over the past 18 to 20 months, it's been a lot of, soul searching, a lot of realizations coming to light, and realizing what my true purpose is on this planet. And, it's hard for some people. It's hard when you've, I got student loans, I went and got my master's degree, all these different things that, try to keep you, well, we did this, so you have to stay here and finish it out because that's what you started. And it's like, we don't have to do that. We don't have to be committed to past decisions just because, it was a financial obligation or what have you. Like, if your feelings are changed and you don't feel like you're vibrating at your highest vibration when you go to work, or it's making you feel anxious or miserable or whatever it is, then it's probably not right for you. So now's the time to start soul searching. It's time to figure out what your purpose is. It's time to figure out how you can make an impact on the world. And, one of the tips that they have told me in the past, when you start to feel anxious, or you start to, feel unclear, uncertain, focus on service to others. Figure out a way, what could I do right now to help other people? And it may be as simple as, helping somebody cross the street, or, carrying in the groceries for your parents or your neighbor, or whatever it is. It could be something very simple, but just those little acts, they add up, they build, and they change your mindset, and they change, your response. When you feel like you're helping somebody, it also helps you. So, it's these little things that create a bigger change in the world than, maybe we realize. So, so it's my goal for everybody now is we got to start stepping into our true selves. It's time to go forth and change the world. Like, it's on us. Nobody else is going to save the world. It's each one of us. And it's each one of us stepping into our true potential, stepping into our creativity, stepping into our true vibration, and finding the people that we resonate with. Like, I'm tired of arguing with people. I'm tired of trying to convince people. Not that I ever really try to convince people, but you know, presenting my information, and people who are just completely dug in, and I'm done talking to those type of people. If you really want to learn, I will by all means engage with you and have a conversation, but I'm not here trying to pull anybody to this society anymore. I only want to talk to people who are interested in what's going on this side. Um, so, that being said, I hope this video helps you. If you did get anything out of it, please give it a like and a share, as you know, the likes help the algorithm, and the algorithm helps, you know, put these videos in front of other people's faces so they can hopefully help them too. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, you can put them in the comment section below, or my email address is also posted below. You can go ahead and feel free to email me your, you know, questions if it's not something that you want to post publicly, and I'll do my best to answer. And if you guys, you know, get anything out of these messages, I would appreciate if you subscribe. It lets me know that it's resonating with you, so it's much appreciated. Thank you much. Until the next video, light and love.